Hey guys, back for another video. I hope you all are doing fantastic. Let's see, I don't know if she can get her in here. There's Effie, one of my nephew's dogs, and his girlfriends. Anyway, today is Pantry Organization Day. I do it periodically to do a rotation to make sure that nothing expires. I like to rotate, make sure the items that are going to expire the quickest are up front to where I know that I need to eat those things first. The items with a longer shelf life, I like to put to the back or the bottom of whatever container the foods are in. So I've already gone through, see, I live with my nephew, my mother and I do, and we all do our own grocery shopping. And there's limited pantry space. You can see right here, that's my nephew and his girlfriend's pantry. That's the pantry in the house. I had purchased this extra pantry when I was living in the house before I sold it and moved here. This one right here, this little wood pantry right here, which has served me well. I got it at Big Lots actually. At the time it was $80. There's no telling what it would cost now because that was a few years ago. And I have this little organizational thing that I got at actually Pop Shelf for $5, I believe it was. But that's good for keeping coupons, mail, whatever. This isn't about that, but anyway. So I've already gone through this, pulled aside items that there were a couple items that did expire, so I pulled those out. I'm going to do research to see if it's okay because some items are okay beyond the expiration date. You just have to do your research because some items it says best by that date, but it may still be good like 6 months beyond. So you just need to do some research before you start throwing stuff away. Anyway, so I have several items that I purchased the past several grocery runs that I just now today took out of the grocery bags, and I haven't put them up yet because I have not dated them yet. And what I like to do, and the purpose of this video is to kind of give y'all a few tips that I've picked up from other um, YouTube videos and channels and such that have been helpful for me. So I wanted to pass it on to you in case y'all aren't aware of it. But when I come home or whenever I get ready to do a pantry organization, I go through and all of the items have expirations and it's usually pretty small somewhere on the container, the box, the can. But what I like to do to make it easy so you don't have to pick up and try to, take extra time, I get a Sharpie and I write the month and the year that it's going to expire on the can or the box, whatever it may be. Some bacon bits, that kind of thing. I go through so all of these before I did this video. I put the dates. I dated everything. Now they're ready to go to put up. But the thing is, since I have just this one little bitty pantry here, I have, let me put this down a little. I have several Rubbermaid boxes that I have organized, grouped together like pastas and rices and pasta sauces in one container, canned meats in another, etc. So it's easy to access when I know I want something. But what I need to do when I do this rotation is to pull everything out of that box and make sure that the items with the longest shelf life are on the bottom, and then just stack it up accordingly to where the stuff that needs to be eaten first is on top. And the stuff, ideally, at least in my case, I like to do is the stuff that's going to expire this year, put it in my easily accessible pantry right here. So I know I'll go in there. That's the stuff that needs to be eaten first before any of these items that I have here. Of course, I can pull from these boxes if I'm making like a soup or a pasta, and I need some of these, veggies or something in these Rubbermaid containers, I can easily pull it out. But like snacks, crackers, different things like that, soups, um, that need to be eaten first. I have cereals in over there. So that was something that has really helped me, because it's just that way it doesn't take as much time to have to look at the detailed small. You can just easily look. And if you have, glasses or whatever, it's always helpful to have, the date on there. Now these are, now cleaning out this pantry earlier, I pulled out, I had 3 granola bars left in a box, and rather than keep a partial box taking up space in my pantry, I just pulled these out. And even though there is a date on here somewhere, I just wrote 9/23, the date on it, and that way I can just stick them back in there and easily know that they need to be eaten by that date. Same thing with applesauces. I'd eaten 3 of the 6 applesauces. These are strawberry applesauces, and I just stated that and stick them back in there. It just doesn't take up as much space if you can get rid of some of those partial containers. And of course, let me grab this too. If I was even more organized, or I was in a home that I had a walk-in pantry, which that's a dream of mine. I don't know that that'll happen before I die or am raptured, whatever comes first. But I would love to have a pantry. I have some of these items that I got from Tupperware. Yeah, it's Tupperware. So, and most of my kitchen items are in storage, again, because I'm living with my nephew. So I have very few items here, but it's always nice, like, if I was really organized and had all the space, then I could keep granola bars and stuff in this kind of container, but I'm not quite that organized and I don't have enough space. But another thing I suggest is having extra food in case of emergencies. Um, I'm somewhat of a prepper. I'm not like this is not a prepper channel by any means, but a few tips, just if you have any extra cash, especially if you can see any product, canned good, rices, beans, any basic staples that you can get, to have a bit of extra, especially water, bottled water in case of emergencies, whether it be weather events, whether it be um, events like what we've seen in East Palestine, Ohio, and actually multiple other places where there have been chemical plants catch on fire, etc., that the people can't drink the water. You need to have at least, I would say, in my opinion, I'd say at least a month's worth always on hand if you're financially able. If not, just get whatever you can, but always have at least a few extra bottles or a case of bottled water, a few extra things of rice, pastas, beans, canned fruit, anything you can get. I know Publix, my mother and I really take advantage of the buy one get one free sales. We keep this in mind. It's rainy day food, and again, when we rotate it, I eat it just for regular meals and stuff too. But if there was an emergency, we have some extra on hand. So we have that peace of mind that if something was to happen, that we would be okay for a little while. We wouldn't be panicked, because some people go to the grocery store every day to get what they need for that particular day. Some people go weekly and get just what they need for the week, and they really don't have any extra. And it may be because they absolutely have no extra funds to get any extra. But I would encourage you, wherever you can, if there's anywhere you can cut corners, um, do what you can to get a little extra so you can have that peace of mind. One tip, like if you were to have no power for whatever reason, whether it be a war event, fires, EMP attacks, weather events, any of a plethora of things that could cause the power to go out for a length of time. and you're not able to cook, and water sewage plants aren't able to operate, so you can't drink the water. Another channel brought this to mind, and I wouldn't have thought of it, is if you're able to cook, if you have a wood burning fire, a wood burning fireplace, or camping stove, or something where you're able to cook, cook like pastas, rice, things that require water with whatever water you have extra, if you have enough. And then if you were to run out of water, then break into your canned goods, because even if you don't have any bottled water, there's liquid obviously in all of these cans. So you eat the food and then drink the liquid, so that's your would hydrate your body. You would have, and even if you didn't have water, you would have liquid. You would have liquid to consume to help you not dehydrate. So that would be the order. Not if there was really no definitive time as to when the power might come on, that would just be an order, perhaps, of how you could do that. Utilize water, foods that require water to cook first, and then these items that have liquid that you could drink last if you run out of water. I think that's it. That's all I think I had on my mind. Again, I'm not going to show you my process of pulling everything out. I just wanted to touch on those points. I may be forgetting something. If so, I can always add a card with verbiage on it if I'm forgetting something. I think that's the majority of it, but I just wanted to give you all just a few little tips that might be helpful, and just wish you happy shopping, and I pray that nothing happens in your area, wherever you are, whatever country you're in, state, city. Just pray for everyone's safety and well-being, and always keep your eyes out for a good sale. Publix, Kroger, there's a lot of places that have really good sales sometimes. It requires a little time and energy to really look up their sales ads, to look up the digital coupons, that kind of stuff, but it can really be worth it, especially if there's a sale on an item, like a buy one, get one, and you have a digital coupon. I mean, that makes me so happy. That is one of the joys of my life, is being able to get a good deal. So, um, what I'll do, I have some favorite YouTube channels, prepper channels, as well as people that there's a channel that I like to watch that he keeps a watch on the food prices, if there's really good deals or if the prices are increasing, and recalls on food, different things that might be helpful if you're interested. If you're interested in any of those things, I'll put some of those links that you can check out if you want to in the description below this video, and you might can get some helpful information on how to prep for emergencies. A lot of them, which I would love to be able to do this too, is to be off grid, completely off grid. There's this one channel that I recently found, and I just love them. They are so down to earth. They are Christians, which I especially love that too. Most of the channels I do watch are Christians, so that gives you the peace of mind that they, if you watch them, you'll understand. But anyway, I'm going to stop it here before this becomes too long. I'll look in the description box below for my suggested videos, channels that you might be interested in, that you can get some tips from. And I hope that you've picked up maybe a tip or two, that it might have been helpful. If you have any questions or even suggestions, if you have any helpful hints or tips as far as pantry organization or food prep or anything, by all means, please, please, please leave me a comment so that I can benefit, and my subscribers and anybody else that just happens upon this video can benefit from it as well. So anyway, thank you so much, everybody. Again, thank you to all my new subscribers. Please share this video or any other videos that you think any of your friends or family might be interested in or could benefit from, or just might get a kick out of, a good laugh. And I hope you have a fantastic day. God bless you. We'll see you next time.